presented by Dr. Kalyan Varma, Professor Forensic Medicine and Toxicology. In 2021, the Medical Termination of Pregnancy (MTP) Act 1971 was amended with 4 major changes. Consequently, the new Act, the MTP Amendment Act 2021, came into force on 25 March 2021. The primary aim of the MTP Act 1971 is to reduce the incidence of illegal abortions and consequently decrease maternal morbidity and mortality. Termination of pregnancy is defined as a procedure to end a pregnancy using medical or surgical methods. The upper limit for the termination of pregnancy has been increased from the 20th week to the 24th week. The authorization to perform MTP depends on the duration of the pregnancy, up to 20th week. Only one registered medical practitioner, RMP, is required to terminate a pregnancy up to the 20th week. These doctors should have a postgraduate degree or diploma in obstetrics and gynecology, or have completed 6 months of house residency in obstetrics and gynecology, or have 1 year or more of experience in the practice of obstetrics and gynecology. After 20th week, up to 24th week. 2 RMPs are required to terminate a pregnancy after the 20th week, up to the 24th week. This provision is reserved for specific cases: survivors of rape, victims of incest, differently abled women, such as those who are paralytic, minors, and other vulnerable women. For example, in 2021, a 25-year-old woman from Manipur became pregnant after consensual sex with her partner. When her partner refused to marry her, she sought to terminate her 23-week pregnancy. The Delhi High Court initially denied permission, but the Supreme Court later allowed it, establishing that unmarried women also have the right to terminate pregnancies resulting from consensual sex. Indications for MTP Section 3, Subsection 2, Clause B. The indications for MTP can be remembered with the mnemonic TESH, which stands for Tough English, Simple Hindi, Therapeutic. When there is a risk to the life of the pregnant woman or a grave injury to her physical or mental health. Eugenic. When there is a substantial risk that the newborn will suffer from serious physical or mental abnormalities. Pregnancies can be terminated regardless of duration under these conditions. Social. When the pregnancy results from the failure of any contraceptive device or method. This is applicable only for pregnancies below the 20th week. Humanitarian. When the pregnancy is alleged to have been caused by rape, the resulting mental anguish is presumed to be a grave injury to the mental health of the pregnant woman. Consent for termination of pregnancy. Consent of pregnant woman. If the woman is over 18 years old, she can give consent for the termination of her pregnancy. If she is under 18 years old or mentally ill, the written consent of her guardian is required. Consent of husband. Not required. The Punjab and Haryana High Court ruled that the wife is the best judge to decide whether to continue or terminate her pregnancy. However, repeated MTPs without the husband's knowledge may be considered cruelty, which can be grounds for divorce. Medical Board. The Medical Board shall consist of a gynecologist, a pediatrician, a radiologist or sonologist, and any member notified by the state. Confidentiality under Section 5A states that no registered medical practitioner shall reveal the name and other particulars of a woman whose pregnancy has been terminated under this Act, except to a person authorized by law. Unauthorized disclosure is punishable by up to 1 year of imprisonment, a fine, or both. Punishment under Section 5 of the MTP Act includes rigorous imprisonment ranging from 2 to 7 years for several offences. These include terminating a pregnancy by someone who is not a registered medical practitioner, terminating a pregnancy in a place other than a government-approved hospital, and for owners of places that are not approved by the government for medical termination of pregnancy. Maintenance of records mandates that the head of the hospital must maintain a register recording the details of women admitted for termination of pregnancies. This register must be kept for 5 years from the end of the calendar year and must maintain professional secrecy. This comprehensive overview of the MTP Amendment Act 2021 aims to ensure that both medical professionals and the general public understand the significant changes and provisions in the Act.